I'm Alanah and welcome to Button Bash. Developer Rare, who were bought by Microsoft after working almost exclusively on the Nintendo 64, have suffered layoffs after their latest game, Kinect Sports Rivals, failed to deliver. According to Eurogamer, Microsoft didn't confirm exactly how many people were let go, but the estimated amount is around 16. A source said this was made up of software staff, but mostly design managers and project managers. Kinect Sports Rivals itself had 150 people working on it. Regardless, Xbox boss Phil Spencer said the game's launch was successful, and the studio was in the process of evaluating what they want to do next. Another Microsoft spokesperson said, "At Xbox, our goal is to constantly create new fun, social, and interactive entertainment experiences. As part of Rare's commitment to this goal, we have made a decision to change our development process and methodology at Rare to best support our future projects. This has led us to reviewing the skills and the makeup of our development teams in our business." This is actually kind of close to my heart. Prior to being bought by Microsoft, Rare were my favorite developer ever. Maybe they still are, but definitely not in their current form. They made games like Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, GoldenEye, Jet Force Gemini, and more than a handful of other awesome, extremely creative titles on the Nintendo 64. They've changed so much, and I can't help but feel like if they went back to making those outstanding kind of titles, everything might be okay. According to a variety of sources, Google's YouTube is in the process of buying the ever-popular game streaming website Twitch. For more than $1 billion cash in hand, this would be the most significant change to YouTube ever. YouTube was originally bought by Google in 2006 for $1.65 billion and makes most of its revenue in a very similar way to Twitch, by playing ads on user-uploaded videos. Twitch also sells $9 monthly ad-free subscriptions and subscriptions for individual channels for about $5. It has about 45 million users with more than 1 million members uploading videos every month, so it's definitely a popular service, particularly for streaming speedruns or Pro League tournaments like the Dota International, which is just about to go down. Unfortunately, representatives from YouTube and Twitch both declined to comment, but this deal would be absolutely no surprise, and it's either going to be awful or very, very good for gamers. One of the two. Transistor is an action RPG made by the creators of Bastion, and I played it on the PC. And honestly, this game is fantastic in almost every way. Much like Bastion, the gorgeous anime-style cyberpunk environments just beg to be explored. The story is rich with intricacies and the combat is much, much deeper than I expected, or at least much deeper than it looks. Where to begin? You follow the story of Red, who is a lounge singer in the sprawling city of Cloudbank. She's lost her real motivation in life, her voice. Not lost, actually, it was stolen from her. But why? Even without her voice, the soundtrack is beautiful. Darren Korb's dark trip-hop takes you through various concert halls, almost as though the music is the true essence of this game. Say you stop moving for a while, Red will hum along, and even that adds so much to this gorgeous atmosphere. Beyond that, you're thrown right into the middle of a fight with a group called The Process, with no real explanation about why anything has happened, and that's entirely a good thing. There's a real shortage of games who don't treat players like complete idiots in a narrative sense, and Transistor basically treats you like a genius. You're handed a plot and forced to figure it all out yourself, using a whole lot of very subtle cues, but you'll mostly just have a lot of questions, and I love that. You then pretty quickly come across the Transistor itself, the item the game is actually named after, which is a giant sword of a thing that is infused with the voice and spirit of a dead man, a jazzy dead man, voiced by Logan Cunningham. This sword thing itself utilizes things called functions, which unlock as the story progresses, and it gets stronger as you slay enemies with it in some beautiful, twisted, vampire-esque kind of way. The functions you get can be used actively, passively, or to strengthen one another, so for every single individual ability, there are several different ways you can use it. If you use a function to upgrade another function, it adds a cool perk to a different attack. For example, using the Spark ability as an upgrade for another function, if you're using it as an aggressive attack, usually makes the other one fire off multiple projectiles. There's so much more where this came from, with the combat split up between real-time and turn-based attacks as well. The punishment system is a whole lot different to the norm too. Instead of dying when you run out of health, you're robbed of some of your favorite combat functions. This can honestly be a little frustrating from time to time, but for the most part, that's only in an appealing way. It's an exciting frustration. There are a few little issues with the combat, like camera angles obscuring your vision occasionally, and sometimes there are jarring delays between attacks where you really need to plan out moves, and a hefty learning period where you're trying to find the functions that work for you. But for the most part, it actually feels like a progression for the RPG genre as a whole. Something about it is just so respectable. Transistor is only about 6 hours long and is available on the PlayStation 4 and PC, and I've seriously got to recommend it to absolutely everyone. I'm Alanah, and thanks for watching Button Bash.